ANTI-MLM.
Wait, I need to apologize to all of you because once again, I'm subjecting you to Frazer Brookes, the MLM guru who likes to refer to himself as the network marketing ninja. For those in my audience who may not know, an MLM guru or MLM trainer is someone who sells training courses on how to build a successful MLM business. They often sell how-to books on the MLM industry, sell online and in-person training courses to MLMers, and give speeches at MLM conferences around the world. I make it a point on my channel to talk about MLM gurus because I've found that these individuals are some of the most nefarious players in the MLM industry. They know how this industry works. They know that most people don't make any money. And they know that the best chance they have at making money is not by building an MLM business, but by selling people training courses on how to build an MLM business. It's a similar dynamic to the various gold rushes that took place in the 19th and 20th centuries across the globe. Typically, the ones who made the most money during the gold rushes weren't the ones searching for gold, but were the ones selling the tools people needed to dig for gold, things like picks and sifting pans. There's really no better way to make money than off of the backs of those hoping to make money. Some of you may remember that earlier this year, I reacted to a speech Frazer gave at Eric Worre's 2019 GoPro event. Eric Worre is also an MLM guru. He's actually one of the most successful MLM gurus in the world, and every year he puts on a training conference for MLMers. During his speech at GoPro, Frazer basically tells the audience, who are all people trying to make money in the MLM industry, that if they're not recruiting people into their MLM, then they're losers living in loserland.
You guys? You're on loserland.
Recently, I stumbled across yet another equally ridiculous video of Frazer that I just have to react to. This time, he's teaching his followers how to rope their closest friends and family into their MLM business, including what to do if their friends and family don't want to join. Before I dive into Frazer's video, though, I wanted to welcome those of you who've recently subscribed to my channel. I really hope that you enjoy my future videos, and if you're interested in following me on social media or checking out my Patreon, links to those things will be in the description. Now I'll pass it over to Frazer to teach us exactly how we can use the skills and stealth of a ninja to scam our friends and family out of their money.
Hey legends, Frazer Brookes here, and in this video I want to share with you how to sell to your friends and family in your network marketing business. Now in this video I want to talk to you about how to approach your nearest friends and your close family. And when we say like to sell to them, I really want you to start to think and position this very, very differently, because the idea of selling to your friends and family is a bit icky. And I know a lot of the people who are against network marketing or don't like, say against, they don't like network marketing, they did it and failed. Maybe they say, oh, selling to your friends and family is frowned upon. Again, I don't want you to think of your friends and family of, oh, they're going to be my customers. Oh, they're going to be my business partners. I want you to really kind of position it differently. And I'm going to talk about that in this video.
Okay, so here's the thing. It doesn't matter how you internally reposition or redefine selling your friends and family your MLM products. You can tell yourself that you're helping them or that you're providing them with a service or product that they just can't live without. But at the end of the day, your friends and family are still handing you money in exchange for a good or service, which makes them a customer of yours. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. Many people who run small businesses sell their products or services to their friends and family. I've definitely bought things for my friends and family who are business owners. For example, I've bought books and merch for my good friend Savvy from Savvy Writes Books, who runs a books and plushie business. But what makes selling to your friends and family when you're in an MLM icky, as Frazer put it, is that usually an MLMer's client base is entirely comprised of their friends and family. They're the main targets, and there's no real demand for the product or service outside of that group of people. And often their friends and family buy their products not because they actually want whatever it is they're selling, but because they feel bad or they feel obligated or are even guilted into making a purchase. As we continue watching, we'll see that most of Frazer's training is just redefining things or watering things down so that MLM doesn't sound as bad as it really is. It seems his main goal is to keep his audience from second guessing what it is that they're involved in.
So, mistakes that people make, right, is they join a network marketing business, they go on their phone, they get their phone out, they get I've got a little pop socket here. My dog Mando's bitten that bit off, so it's a little bit of an interesting one. But they go on their phone and they, that was Jimmy, which is a human, not a dog. But he has an incredible dog impression. One more time. Pretty flipping good, that, isn't it? One more time. We've got and he's panting, and Mando's now at the door trying to get in, thinking, what dog's in that room? So they go onto social media and they make a post saying, oh wow, I'm amazing. I've just joined an amazing business. I'm looking for people like me to join. Here's my link. Or wow, I've just got a new product. Like, here it is. Here's the link. Go and buy it too. Or like, wow, I've just joined an amazing business. I'm so excited about it. And then they start to contact their friends and family. Now imagine this. Imagine you find out some amazing news. Let's say you find out that you're pregnant. And you're like, oh my God, I'm pregnant. You go on social media and you're like, I'm pregnant. And then 2 or 3 days later, you pick up the phone and go, ring, 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 ring. Your mum answers, hey, how you doing? And I'm not saying that that's how you speak to your mum. Hey, mum, I've got some news to tell you. She's like, yeah, I know. I saw your post on Facebook. Oh, did you? Why would you tell the world on social media before you tell your nearest and dearest when you've got something so special?
Is he actually comparing announcing you've joined an MLM to announcing that you're pregnant? I don't know if he means to imply that these two things are equally important, but the fact that he, without hesitation, found them to be at least somewhat analogous, I find very troubling. Announcing you've joined an MLM on social media isn't a simple announcement. Most of the time when MLMers make these posts, they aren't just trying to inform, they're also trying to invite. They're trying to recruit their friends and followers into their MLM as well. To the contrary, when someone announces on social media that they're pregnant, they're not trying to recruit their followers into also being parents. At least, hopefully they're not. They're simply sharing with everyone a new development in their life that they're excited about. And I hate to break it to Frazer, but joining an MLM isn't something that's super amazing or special. It's actually something that's pretty disconcerting. As I've discussed many times on my channel, so many times in fact that if I had a nickel for every time I've discussed this, I'd definitely be a millionaire by now. Over 99% of MLMers make no money or actually lose money. And the reality is, in this day and age, a lot of people are aware of this. Our culture's sentiment towards MLMs has gradually shifted negative as more and more people are taught about the harms of this industry. That's why now when people post about joining an MLM on their social media, they typically receive very little engagement. These days, many people equate MLMs with scams. That's also why Frazer is suggesting that his followers reach out to their closest friends and family about their MLM before posting about it on social media. Frazer knows that this is where the real money is made for an MLM. Like I mentioned earlier, friends and family tend to purchase MLM products not because they actually want to, but because they feel like they have to. They care about their friend or family member that's joined an MLM and they want to seem supportive, so they buy their products or even worse, join the company themselves. This unfortunately does more harm than good. Buying someone's MLM products to seem supportive will only, statistically speaking, cause that person more harm in the long run. That's why I always encourage my followers to refrain from buying their friends or family members' MLM products, as hard as that may be to do.
So this is what you want to do. You join, you buy a new product, you want to promote it, you're going to contact your friends and family, and instead of aiming to sell to them, you're gonna aim to position it in a way to see who really wants to help you and who doesn't. So here's what you want to say: hey, mom, right? Again, speak to your friends and family how you would. Don't be like, hello, Mary. Like, You've never called me Mary in my life. You've never said hello to me. Like, imagine, hello, Jimmy. How are you doing? No, he's going to say, yeah. It's like, bonjour, je m'appelle Jimmy. Bonjour, je m'appelle Jimmy. J'adore, what's dogs in French? Chien. J'adore chien. Le chien. And le croissant. Et la bibliothèque. It's turned into a French lesson. Anyway, we love you Frenchies out there. All right, so I've lost where I was talking about. What were we doing? Hello, Mum. Right? So, hey, Mum. Hope you're doing good. All right, you got to talk to your mum. How are you going to talk to your mum, right? Je m'appelle Bleu. My name. Okay. All right. Okay. I get you now. So, you're going to approach your mum. You're going to approach your best friend, and you're going to say, "Hey, I'm going to be launching something on social media in the next couple of weeks. Can I count on your support? Can I count on your support?" Or you would say, "Hey, Mom, I'm launching something in a couple of weeks. Can I count on you for something?"
I think Frazer needs to stop calling himself the network marketing ninja and start calling himself the emotionally manipulative ninja, because that's exactly what he's teaching his followers to do here. Frazer wants his followers to phrase their proposition in such a way that it would be really tough for anyone, especially close friends and family, to turn down. I mean, it would be much easier to turn someone down who simply asks, "Hey, would you like to buy some of my MLM shampoo?" You could say, "No thanks, I've got plenty of shampoo already," or "I'm sorry, I don't buy MLM products." But if someone were to ask you, "Would you support me?" it's much harder to say, "No, I'm not going to support you." This is a type of suggestive questioning, where a question is phrased in such a way in order to elicit a specific response. The correct answer is implied in the question itself. By asking, "Can I count on your support?" they're implying that you must buy their MLM products in order to support them as a person. And if you were to answer them with anything other than yes, then you'd come off as an unsupportive prick. As we continue watching, we'll see how Frazer uses suggestive questioning to justify how he wants his followers to treat the people who say no.
Now, your real friends and your family will always support you. You can always count on them, and they want you to know that you can count on them. Right? If I call my mum and say, "Mum, can I count on you?" she'd be like, 100%, always. Right? She'd give her life to save mine, right? Or to help mine, right? It's just how it is. The people who say, "Depends what it is." Yeah, you might want to reassess the relationship that you have with that person.
You guys see how Frazer has set this up, right? He wants his followers to specifically ask their friends and family, "Can I count on your support?" so that if they're told no, Frazer can turn around and say, "Well, obviously they're not your real friends and family, because your real friends and family will support you no matter what." In reality, not supporting their ill-advised business venture, especially when that support entails becoming involved yourself, doesn't mean that you don't support them or don't care about them as people. It's not unsupportive to set your own boundaries. It's not unsupportive to tell them that you've looked into this industry and that you think there's enough evidence to suggest that MLM is a predatory business model, and for that reason, you'd rather not buy products off of them or join their company. What's worse is that Frazer is also suggesting that if someone isn't supportive, that you should reevaluate your relationship with them. This is a tactic commonly used by MLMs and their proponents, and more broadly is a tactic used by high-control cults. Cults, like MLMs, try to create as much distance as they can between their members and their dissenters. They don't want their members hearing the opinions of those who are critical of the group. So they tell their followers to end their relationships with anyone who is critical, labeling them as unsupportive or not real friends. In his model of cult authoritarian control, psychologist Steve Hassan mentions this tactic several times. Under the behavior control category, he lists dictate where, how, and with whom the member lives, associates, or isolates with. And under the thought control category, he lists organize people into us versus them, insiders versus outsiders. Normal companies don't tell their employees that they can't associate with anyone who doesn't use their products or also work for the company. But MLMs do, because MLMs aren't just companies, they're full-on cults.
You're going to ask, hey, can I count on you? Can I count on you? Can I count on you for something? Can I count on you for support? They say yes. What is it? Okay, well, I'm launching this business on social media in the next couple of weeks, and I'm looking for some testimonials to help me when it comes to promote. Would you be open to trialing out this product for the next 14 days, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days? They say, yes, sure. How do I go about that? Well, here's the link to go do it. Or if you want, send me the information and I'll process the payment for you.
This really comes off as a bait and switch. If someone approached you and asked if you'd be interested in trying out a product for them, you'd assume that they'd be giving you the product for free, right? At least that's the assumption I'd make based on the way they phrased it. Of course, they don't tell you that you actually have to buy the product yourself until after you've already agreed to help them out. And these are MLM products, which are notoriously overpriced, so a 90-day supply of whatever it is they're selling could potentially cost you hundreds of dollars.
So now, instead of you going, Mom, I've joined this business, can you be my customer? It's like, oh, I don't need this product. Instead, can I count on you for supporting me? Yes, I'm looking for testimonials, and I would love to be able to share your story. Would you be open to using the product for the next 14 days, 30 days, 60, however long is like a decent period of time for your product to maybe, start to work or start to take shape or start to, find people benefits if it's that type of product? They then say yes. Some will say no. Not everyone's going to say yes. But now you have a group of people who are your family and friends who all you're doing is looking to get them a benefit from the product with their permission to then leverage to then post on social media to say, look what happened to my mom, look what happened to my sister, look what happened to my best friend, look what happened to my, my best man, look what happened to my wife, look what happened, right? So now you can see that.
Here, Frazer literally admits that if you were to just go to one of your family members and ask if they'd be interested in buying your products, that they'd probably say no. So instead, he suggests essentially guilt-tripping them into buying your products instead. You can't make this stuff up. This is how the MLM industry works, though. There's no real demand for the products. The demand has to be invented. The real product is the business opportunity, which is really not a business opportunity at all, but a recruitment scheme. Frazer continues on in his video to explain how you can then recruit your family and friends who had positive experiences with your product into your MLM company itself. I'm gonna stop his video here though, because we've covered the gist of what he's trying to teach his followers, which is basically how to guilt trip your friends and family in order to financially exploit them. My hope is that at least some of Frazer's followers end up seeing my videos on him and realize that he's essentially teaching people how to con those closest to them out of their money. Frazer has built his livelihood on training MLMers, so I kind of doubt he's going to stop anytime soon. With that being said, I believe that our best bet on stopping MLM gurus like Frazer is to continue educating people on the harms of the MLM industry so that less people fall for the likes of Frazer Brookes. Thank you so much for watching, and a huge thank you to my patrons who help make these videos possible. If you liked this video, please be sure to subscribe and ring the bell. You can follow me on Twitter at the Antibot or follow me on Instagram at Taylor_the_Antibot. Don't forget to check out my Patreon linked in the description, and I'll see you all on the next one. Say bye.